Hello everybody and welcome back to the show for our second EU game of the evening, afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, I guess. My name is Stronglegs, your host as always, and this man right here is Sully, and we will be the ones bringing you the action for what is a pretty exciting matchup between Izako Boars and Big Academy. Sully, do you have any initial thoughts on this matchup or anything that you noticed specifically that you might want to talk about?
Well, just going into this matchup, I think a lot of people are expecting the Boars to be kind of the favorites. I mean, you look at the recent results just recently in the Winners League EU Invite Division itself. Big were defeated 16-1 on Nuke against Crazy. So obviously
Yes.
going into this, the odds are not on their side, but hopefully they can bring something big. They've been performing pretty well in the main division over on ESCA. So hopefully they've got something. But the Boars, I don't know what they have for us exactly in store on Nuke. I don't think they've played too much of Nuke, at least in official matchups. So, I mean, I could see this one being a very close one.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be a lot closer than many people might expect. We have seen Izako Boars play Nuke recently against Pact, which actually have a really strong Nuke, and the fact that Izako Boars beat them on Nuke is a big telltale sign, in my opinion, that Izako Boars are pretty much prepped on this map, man. The Polish players are definitely ready on this map. I think for Big Omen Academy, the big thing for them is to not have a repeat of what happened between them and Crazy, right? Because what happened between them and Crazy was, well, actually crazy. They brought in an insane level of play on Nuke that I haven't seen in a while from this level of teams. Like typically something that you'd expect out of a T1 team, top 10 team, top 20 teams maybe. But man, Crazy had an insane performance on Nuke. I was really impressed, and I'm not surprised they 16-1 Big Omen Academy. But Big Omen Academy is not a team to be taken lightly, Sully. They're a really strong team. They're very well constructed, and when their structure is going, it's going. So Izako Boars, I think their best bet is to try to keep their momentum, keep their confidence low on this map. But it is a map that Big Omen plays quite a bit. So I'm pretty curious to see how that will unfold for them.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be that one very one-sided match like you mentioned. Izako Boars defeating Pact. It's a pretty big feat, but I mean, Big Omen Academy, they've got some experience in Nuke. Obviously, they are the academy team to the big brother of Big. So obviously, they've got the experience, they've got the talent. Can they bring it though here on Nuke? Just waiting for all the players to get ready up. But Big Omen Academy, like you said, they've got to find a way to keep Izako Boars under their wing. Ensure that no real aggression, no real momentum gets swung to their side. Because I think that's a big problem with a lot of teams on Nuke is once the momentum starts to go to that CT
Yeah.
side, the Ts, they can't really do much to counter it.
Right, yeah. And I look for Hades, Panics, even Procis. And Procis is actually insane on this map, so keep an eye out for him as well. I think they'll be the ones to really step up for Big Omen Academy on this Nuke side. But I think the knife round's already underway, so we can go ahead and jump straight into that one, and we'll get the action rolling, and we'll see who will be victorious. If you are wondering, by the way, this is the 1-in-1 matchup. The loser will be moving on to the 1-in-2 pool, which is one match away from elimination. So this is one team going to a comfort spot, the other team going into the depths, closer and closer to the depths of elimination, Sully.
Oh, nobody wants to be in that 1-2 pool. Unless you do a miracle comeback, go 3-2 like that. But hey, 2-1 is a very nice comfort. It's a Swiss format, so everybody loves to see these evenly close matchups. And looks like Izako Boars will take the knife round. Promptly, they're probably going to start on that CT side. So this is where we talked about Big Omen Academy. You need to find a way to nullify any momentum that they're going to try and build up in the early stages. Ensure that nothing really spirals out of control for them early on. So we'll see what they've got in store with the pistol run. They will be starting on the T side, Big Omen Academy. Izako Boars starting on the CT side. Let's see what the buys are. Ooh, 4 sets of Kevlar, 1 set of utility for Big Omen Academy. Similar to the Izako Boars side, but this time they've got a CZ. Normally you see dualies as that weird pistol, that odd pistol buy that they have. There's no kit for the CTs, something to note. So Big Omen Academy, maybe getting that bomb down is going to be their friend already. Shots being rung out towards the squeaky door, but Big Omen Academy, 4 players down the Seeker. They're looking for that B wrap. They sent 1 player towards the squeaky door to be a distraction, but instead a kill goes the way of the CTs. Traded back, however, in Big Omen Academy. They've got full control of this lower bomb site, and there's still a player for them on there. Wait, they're going back up the vents here.
I love
Big
that.
Omen Academy, nice little shot there to take control, and there's 1 player left. Avis is up above. He can deny the bomb plant with that CZ. He taps away, but man, that's such a high IQ play from Big Omen Academy. Go up the vents and destroy your opponents as they try and get back into it here for the CTs.
Just pure mayhem now unfolding as it's down to the 2 versus 2, but with Anwin's kill now put themselves in a pretty favorable spot. Hades with the follow through, the 1-2 punch between Hades and Anwin to close off the round, and Big Omen, they control the chaos beautifully. It's honestly so impressive sometimes watching these guys, because they will have rounds where it seems completely chaotic, but they still have the pieces in the right spots to somehow control the chaos. And for such a young roster, it's always very impressive to see, because typically this kind of composure is something that, you know, you find with teams that have years and years of experience. But we can't forget, Big Omen Academy, their average age is 19.8. That's less than 20 years old. Kind of insane.
They are the European under 21 roster is all I'm hearing.
Even under 20 at this point.
Well, now they've got the rifles out. We'll see if they can control the chaos once more. The CTs, they've elected to buy the bag 'em and tag 'em. Very traditional strategy, I'd say, on nuke. Send the scout towards ramp or towards outside. This time it's outside. Use the deagles. Get close in their faces. And, you know, it's not a bad idea. The deagles, T player walks around the corner, bop to their head. But Big Omen Academy, there's no chaos this time around. They're taking things very, very slow. I mean, they're taking every measure to ensure that no player is dropped early on. And the CTs, Izako Boars, they're not ready for it, it feels like. There's one player towards Secret, ready for the Big Omen Academy players to start to charge out there. As the smoke's unleashed, does that create the wall that they need? Molotov as well. Here's to see where they go now. They're not really committing towards that secret area, but now they are. Panics and Crimbog to lead the charge here, as Panic starts to play with that MAC-10, I mean. And Big Omen Academy, wrap it in once more. Very similar to that pistol strat. There's the first kill, and that should be the bomb plant down as Panic is spinning around, able to save his team. And in Big Omen Academy with the third kill, will have the round, and alongside that, the bomb plant.
Now, something small that I noticed there too is I always love to see this kind of team play, right? Like, player going in, I think it was Process, if I'm not mistaken. He goes in looking right, and his teammate was looking left as soon as he walked in. And obviously, Process looked in the wrong direction. He checked second vent. The other player was towards the main vent. But his teammate, the second player in, I think which was Panix, he was covering the angle that Process wasn't looking at. This is kind of a small nuance, right? Not really a big deal, but it's this kind of team play that typically secures rounds for you and guarantees that, well, you don't lose a player in this round. Now, you've shut down the force buy for Izako Boars, and you've kept all 5 alive. Now, all you gotta do is just deal with this deagle, deal with the scout here in the hands of Exis and Tao, and that's pretty much it, right? Like, this is a really good chance for you to get that economy booming right now, especially if you can keep 4 or 5 alive in this round and move on to the bonus or full gun round in the next.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to hold on to those MAC-10s, let them farm, and get that extra cash. You know, you're just going up against pistols. I mean, if you want to call the scout a rifle, go ahead, but I don't know if that's going to be able to do much here. It does look like they're going for a fast play here. Never mind. The CTs did look like for a second that Teo wanted to get aggressive, but ultimately he does back away. Crimbo towards outside, peers above the smoke. Nothing spotted just yet. Still need to make an engagement, and ultimately he goes down. Nice quick shot from Crimbo to get the first engagement won for his team. Big Omen Academy, again, though, playing it very slow. I mean, this is a discipline that you don't really see from young guns like this. I mean, they're taking things slow, ensuring they don't walk into a trap, and that's what I love. They're taking things one small step at a time, ensuring no casualties happen early on their side, and the CTs, they really don't have a counter for it. They have to just sit and hope that they can get something out of control here as Process makes engagement towards Ram. Eagle out here as Daniel tries to fire on back. Big nade on a Process. I wouldn't write Izako Boars off of it just yet, but the way Big Omen Academy are playing, it feels like it already is a done and dusted round.
Now, Avis is on the other side of this door, Sully. Bone is probably not going to stand a chance. Maybe he gets one kill right here. There's the first. Second one following as well. That actually opens up the flank as well from Tao. He gets one. Shane gets one as well. Suddenly the round is completely flipped on his head. Wow. And Shane to follow up. 2 kills for him. A massive double kill there for Avis. And Big Omen. Sometimes, Sully, in rare times, patience is sometimes not the answer. You need space sometimes. And in this time, Izako Boars have stolen that momentum, that early economic lead for Big Omen.
Wow, okay, just a single play. It's one of those cheeky little angles. I mean, normally you see people hanging out by the vents, but Avis just, I this is something that I normally, when I play hide and seek in a house, I swing the door open, I stand right behind the door. That's basically what Avis just did. He just hid it right behind and they didn't clear it. So props to him. Does look like there was a slight pause. I think the server's acting up for Big Omen Academy, but I thought for a second it was going to be tactical timeout. I mean, you lose an eco run like that, maybe that's just a moment, a brief in time, or a brief moment in time where you need to just mentally reset, ensure that doesn't happen again. But it does look like we're having some technical difficulties on the Big Omen Academy side.
Is this a technical timeout?
Oh, I think we're going back into it. In the chat, they're basically just talking about how the server is absolute poop for them. So,
Okay,
and then
ping check actually as well. I want to see what kind of ping these guys are dealing with. Oh, okay,
wow.
that's not bad.
I mean, Big Omen Academy for having the better ping, surprisingly have the worst, or are having the difficulties. So, who knows? Izako Boars just said, "Hey, just play it out. Who cares?" So that's what they're doing here.
All right, let's get back into it, Sully, because right now it's still the 4 spot. Yes, it was a stolen round. Maybe Big Omen could have gone the 3-1 start, or the 3-0 starting with some extra money in hand, but now they'll have to choose. Now they'll pick the smarter path, and it's going to be the opener here for Big Omen, but Sui with 2 nice spray downs. Panics and Anwin followed through, which now leaves a man advantage here for Big Omen as they look to settle themselves in sight, but Avis is not letting them get too comfortable. A 1-for-1 trade. Still leaves Izako Boars at a disadvantage, with X's now having to clutch it off in a 1 versus 2. He's coming in through Mini. They might be aware of his position as they heard him drop off from heaven. And Crimbo is just and Crimbo is hosting. 3-1.
A big round for Big Omen Academy as well. The past couple rounds, it looked dominant because of the fact they were going up against pistols, but now the first rifle round, Izako Boars falter, and they're going to be forced back into a save. Exodus does have some money to spare, so maybe he buys another scout. No, he actually picks up the up, a single up, and an M4. So they are going for the full buy here. The CT's a risky buy, albeit, but hey, it might pan out the way they would have liked. Big Omen Academy, they're straight down the side, straight outside, but Exodus meets Panics is off with one of his own. Nice shot takes him down, and Sui's going to try and challenge with his own deagle. Big Omen Academy already down a man early on with perfect positioning from Exodus. They slow things down. This time they're going to utilize that smoke, but Sui annihilates Process with his deagle. There's a rifle that he can retrieve, but instead he's just going to bide his time back up towards the second events in Big Omen Academy. They're losing players left and right. Exis could get another here. He knows there's a player on top of the garage or mini, and he takes another one down. Crimbo falls. Unwin's going to be able to get one back here. Finally, they get something. The op removed from play, but damage has already been done. They'll toss it out of the map here. Perhaps a sign of a hopelessness, and a 4-on-2. They picked up the rifles once more. Izako Boars should have this one and have their second on one of the most odd buys that they've had all game so far.
Crazy. Madness, even. But there's still hope. It is a 2 versus 4. And you can tell that Izako Boars are not really sure how to situate themselves. They're running 3 players defending A right now. There's no one defending the secret halls. No one's defending the B bomb site. And if Big Omen could slowly make their way on that B site, they will have a free plant, and they'll be set up for a pretty good post plant as well. Still pistols in hand here for Izako. I mean, the firepower is definitely even among these two. But Izako Boars does have obviously 2 bodies. There it is. Windows being broken. That's a big telltale sign. This is a B hit. Obviously, with 10 seconds left, it has to be the commitment. But utility still in hand here for Omen, so the bomb will get planted. But there are players flooding in from all directions.
Team kill in the mix. Looks like it just took them way too long to get onto that bomb site. Big Omen Academy. Once you pop those windows, that's obviously, you said that's a huge sign that it's going to be that B bomb site plan. And Big Omen Academy, they weren't fast enough. They weren't quick enough to get onto that bomb site to get the bomb down. So it gives enough time for the CTs to rotate on in 3-2. This time, Big Omen Academy are relegated to MAC 10s and pistols. We'll see what they can do. It's a 4 spy with no bomb plant. Their money's gone down the drain. We'll see what they can pull from this one. A fast play, possibly. Never mind. Quickly stopped by the Molotov. Now extinguished by the smoke. There's a nice stack from Izako Boars over towards that upper bomb site. They got 4 players in close proximity, but they're still going to charge out here. Big Omen Academy could cause some havoc, and they have. Sui pushes through the smoke, but unlike last time, he's only going to get the single kill. And now a 4 versus 2. Somehow Big Omen Academy's reckless play out towards that A bomb site has given them a double man advantage. Make it 3, as they've got 3 versus 1 on their side. Exis with only an op. This is so difficult. He possibly just has to save here.
Dude, these rounds are insane. Like, how are these rounds unfolding this way? consistently. It's mind-blowing. X spots one, goes for the shot, does not quite land it. With that shot, he's giving away his element of surprise. I think if he wanted a real fighting chance, he needed that kill there. Now, Crimbo is going to go peek for it. He spots Exis once again, so they're just keeping tabs on him. They're not really looking to commit to the fight. They just want to know where he's going, where he's repositioning to. And I think with their positions and with X falling back, that pretty much seals the deal. And Big Omen steal it away once again of neck-to-neck fight, back-to-back fighting for the economy. Not a single team is wanting to let go of it easily. Sully.
Yeah, Big Omen Academy, they're pulling out the big guns. Izako Boars, they're going to be forced on a save once more. And well, Big Omen Academy, they're doing a really good job. I mean, especially on their T side. And all things considered, this is a CT setting map. But Big Omen Academy doing a phenomenal job keeping this one in close contention. Obviously, now Izako Boars on that save. They do have that one op. It was their savior in that one round where they had the op and the M4 and they went for a risky full buy. So maybe that's how things pan out. Avis could definitely buy an M4 if he wanted to. So it could have a very similar buy to the one they had success in, and he does. So they're going for another risky full buy. Does it pan out the way that the last one had them? 4-2, Big Omen Academy. The money's built up for them, and well, again, like you said, it's that battle for economy. Who's going to be the richer opponent? Who's going to be the richer team? Big Omen Academy at the moment currently are. Continue that way, though.
Exis taking things into his own hands. Sully, he knows he has one of the only firepower on the team. Avis with the other, the M4. He's off angle towards Big Garage, and he's probably going to catch Crimbo, off guard right here, and he does. And now the other players have been spotted towards ramp, and once again, these rounds are unfolding so weirdly for both teams. Seems like people with the guns are doomed to succeed here. Sully. And it's now the 4 versus 2 in the favor of Izako Boars. That kill on Exis would have certainly helped the scenario. Now they're just being funneled in. Sui, see you later. Going for another.
Oh.
Good night. You might be called Sui, but more like a see you later, Sully.
He played that perfectly as well. He just danced around that wall with that 5-7. Pause call now for the CTs, the Izako Boars, maybe taking just a moment to breathe. But man, Big Omen Academy, like you said, it feels like whoever has the lesser gun seems to be the one coming out on top. Big Omen Academy, if the pattern continues, they're going to be the ones pulling this one off. So we'll have to see. The timeout called for Izako Boars. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a slight technical difficulty, or it could just be that tactical timeout. Get in your opponent's head, worm or seed just a little bit of doubt in their minds about their own abilities as they go for the one hero AK, Mac 10 Galil. A scrappy buy, but who knows? Maybe another fast A play could get them around.
Yeah, I think to some degree they're probably, whether this is a tech or attack, I'm sure they're discussing a plan, right? Like, they don't want to autopilot into this round. They don't want to throw this one away. They want to guarantee the economy. They want to guarantee the win. If they keep trading neck to neck, round to round, eventually the streak will be broken by somebody. And if Big Omen is the one to break the streak, that means that they're going to get the lead for the half finish. It could be an 8-7. It could be a 9-6 even. This goes 10-5 for Big Omen on the T side. Like, that's a disaster. So Izako Boars, I almost feel like if they want a nice, comfortable lead here in this first half, they need this round. They need this next couple rounds.
Nice little spray. They're going to go towards outside. Straight down the secret stairwell. Crimbo's caught in the flames, and Avis will catch Process with his own A1S. 14 points of HP. Unwin might be thinking otherwise. He's thinking, nah, I'm going to go back up the stairwell. I'm not going to engage with you as Sui. Back where he normally loves to be. Towards that vents, he peeks out. He loves to just run through. Smokes the op from Exis, takes down Panics, and I guess the streak has been broken. It's now on to one man with 14 points of HP, and 5 players still stand strong for the CTs. It's just a matter of time before he goes, and a flawless round for the Boars. It's going to be a nice addition to their economy as well. They're finally stabilized for the time being. I mean, everyone's pretty darn rich. 4.1 in Teo, Exis, Sui's got 6K. I mean, they're sitting pretty comfortably at the moment here.
Yeah, that's a really good round for them to pick out 5 alive. If they've gotten AKs out of that too, now they're rocking 2 with them. Okay. Broke the economy for Big Omen, which means that it should be, and I say that very lightly considering how this game has been unfolding, should be a round for Izako Boars. The potential lead here.
Certainly should be. 4 Glocks, a P250. Not much to make of this round. Towards the short. So much more information, and Big Omen Academy, they're spread thin. A lot of solo plays need to be created, and that's what they're going for. Maybe catch a player with their back turn, pick up an N4, and get a double. And Izako Boars not really giving them anything. They sit back, wait for their opponents to walk into them, and they've learned their lesson. They know not to go investigate and go hunting for the big Omen Academy players. Instead, wait and watch and see how the tale unfolds. Oh, Sully. Nice little space transfer, and up above, Shane's just gonna rain hell. It's all over here. Unwin's got a block, and that's it. Says he even drops down low to wrap it up with a 3K, and as expected, the lead gain, Big Omen Academy not able to get any kills in that round, and while they do have the AKs, it's still not looking too optimistic for them.
Yeah, from my history watching Big Omen Academy, this is typically the tipping point for them in some ways. If they can't get anything going, they're going to struggle for the rest of this half. This round is going to dictate a lot of their confidence and a lot of their momentum and flow. I almost feel like. Obviously, I could be proven wrong. There's always a chance, but typically this is the do or die for Big Omen Academy in this half. If they can secure this round, they put themselves in a good position to contest a solid finish. Otherwise, Izako Boars might run away with this. But look at this outside control. Avis is creeping on out. He's going through the smokes. He's going to have the flank. He's going to have the timing. The crossfire there as well through heavens. And that's a 2 quick assassinations for Izako Boars. And Shane follows through on a panics, looking to even up the ground, looking to take things into his own hand. And Shane is still there, holding it down. And they have been stunted. 5 alive once again on the full force here for Big Omen. And now economy for Izako Boars is booming, Sully.
Yeah, it almost feels like they can buy for the rest of the half. They've got so much money. They are the Wolves of Wall Street at the moment. Big Omen Academy sitting beneath them. What can they do here? It's back to pistols, back to the drawing board. They've got 3 smokes. I'm curious to see where they want to toss those on over. Possibly an outside play. Nice meaty nade already. Process down to 32. And they're getting aggressive here. Avis has got confidence in his blood, and he wants to spread it all throughout the map here. 1 kill. Can he get more? Surely he can. Lines up a second, spins, and manages to somehow get that 3rd kill. And there comes the lineup. Sui's just going to take them all down. 7-4. Big Omen Academy, it's looking like it could be an 11-4 half, maybe 10-5. We talked about how horrible that would be for them. And the way Izako Boars are playing, they could seal this one pretty darn confidently going into that next half.
Whew. Alright, here we go. Another opportunity for Big to combat. This time they have the op for panics. We haven't seen this yet. I think it's been mostly rifles for them throughout this whole half. Now they have a different formula. Let's see if they can give him some time and some space to work this pick. Izako Boars, they've been pretty duel heavy, right? They've been contesting. It's not like they're completely forfeiting the map control. This is typically where the ops come into play. Set up your opper, throw the utility, deny the secret peeks, give panics time to clear out these angles.
One op to challenge is Exus. He's smoked off though, but he's still been able to get a lot of kills despite the smokes, despite the chaos that's been amassing around him. Nice Molotov Sui, doesn't really do anything. Panics, so here comes the op, the first op for the T side will get its first kill. Panics will take one down. Avis does retrieve that op and up close. Quick scope on a process. Goes back up the ladder to try and reposition, and Panics was expecting a peek from him, but nothing has been given to him. 4 versus 4 now in Big Omen Academy. Lots of control towards outside, but that really is the limit of their map control as the rest of Izako Boars wait and watch on that A-bomb site. Where do they go from here, though? Yes, they have control towards outside, but it's going to be a difficult pressure in towards that A-bomb site with only 1 player towards lobby. If you want to go for the crunch, yeah, go for it. But you may as well start it now here. It's 30 seconds now left on the clock, now down to 25. As Panic still with that up, looks and watches over the site. He's got a couple of players. Hades gets one nice entrance from Crimbo. Sui's down towards the second fence. Won't get anything, and a nice double from Anhuin to give them the 5th round. Beautiful double entry. And Big Omen Academy will finally get their 5th round on the rifles.
Dude, I cannot stress enough about how well played that entire round was by Big Omen. I mean, they maneuvered that map to perfection. It was almost like an instrument, Sully. They went for the outside control. They never showed the cross to secret, which means that Izako Boars were not going to shuffle their numbers around. Okay, so they put up the opera, right? Panic's on top of that red box, looking for the picks. As soon as he's set up, and look at him once again, going aggressive with the op. But as soon as he gets set up on top of that red box, he calls for the smokes and lockers. He forces the offer out. He gets the pick, and then they begin the crunch on the A site. Almost perfection. Textbook CS here being played by Big Omen. The young guns once again showing their tactical prowessness. And now it's the 5 versus 4 into this second gun round here in a row. And the potential lead is still in the cards for the young guns, Sully.
Yeah, it feels like that op has really been the turning factor here, but oh, Teo, if he peeks his head up, he could get a triple here. A couple of them have their nades. Yes, the op's on his line of sight here, but he holds the spray. Nice little thing onto Panics. The nade might be enough to take him down. It doesn't even do any damage. That could have been a huge play from Teo down towards Secret, but he doesn't manage to get anything from it. Flashman goes in. He's going to swing into it, perfectly timed as well. Catches Crimbo with his hand up, doing the nothing dance. And now a 4-on-4 with 2 players on low HP. They're both at a stalemate. Up still for Panics to play with, and Shane still behind the vents. He's traded positions with Sui, who's now in the back of the site. They're trying to play a crossfire, and they're doing it perfectly. Izako Boars locking down this A bomb, so the player in towards the heavens. That's lovely from Sui, a double, and Shane to close it out. Izako Boars, it's their turn at the piano, and they're playing one hell of a song for Big Omen Academy.
Big Omen force buy will be limited for sure, and yeah, they're gonna go for the buy. Most of the guys will have guns. Crimbo downgrading for the extra utility, and when downgrading armor for the AK-47, which leaves them with no utility whatsoever. So if they want to go for the outside smoke, that will be all their smokes being used up. Not gonna go for that yet, though. I don't think. Based on their positions right now, it looks like they want to explode on this main side. Oh, right there. The door gets open, but they're met with a Sui's double kill, and Shane gets immediately fragged out by Hades. So they go shot for shot, but Exis, he does maintain the advantage from the heavens. Hades is wounded, down to 19 HP. The 3 versus 2. Avis has their fallout plan covered in the form of holding down the vents. And as of right now, the big players are funneled into the A site. Only exit is to go back into lobby or to walk out the mini doors. They don't have the luxury of that information. Not yet, at least.
Oh, they have to be so cautious as well. It feels like every angle is being watched by the Boars. They're locked horns right now, and ooh, this could be a big play though. Crimbo boosted up. They surely don't expect this. Hades is watching for the peak. He's repositioned now. I love the way Big Omen Academy are playing. Hades and Crimbo. Oh no, Crimbo falls off at the last second. The bomb is going to go down here. Can he protect his team? And he can. It's all a matter of protecting the bomb carrier. And somehow Crimbo's lighting up the server, but so would Teo. But look at the damage. They're both with one-shot potential. Perfectly played by Crimbo to keep his teammate alive and give Hades a chance in this round, to give them the 6, to give them a competent first half. Big Omen Academy. All that rests on the shoulders of Hades. Smoke dropped. Hale's going to try and fake him out here. He doesn't get anything, and Hades isn't phased at all. The god of the underworld surprises everybody in 8-6. It's last round of the first half, and Big Omen Academy salvage at least a 9-6 half.
Hey, that's job well done. An unfavorable scenario. Crimbo, even though he fell out from his easy kill right there, he still manages to recover with the 2 kills. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that, especially after probably... feeling a little bit bad about himself, falling off like that. But wow, they managed to hold on. 8-6. Final buy coming out here for Izako Boars. Unfortunately for Big, although they are coming off the round win, their buy is going to be atrocious. I think they're going to have to downgrade to 3 Galils.
Oh, that's definitely not looking good for them. I mean, I can see why they've called the attack here. Big Omen Academy, they need to sort out what they want to do. Obviously, we've seen in the past where they bought up the Mach 10s, got aggressive, got in the faces of Izako Boars, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did something similar. I mean, obviously, you mentioned the buy is not there. There's the Mach 10 pulled out. I'm assuming this could be a very, very fast play, just straight in towards the A bomb site, like we've seen before from Big Omen Academy. Will they replicate it in this round? Onwin's yet to buy. If he does buy that Mach 10, I'd assume it's just going to be a fast play, but for now... I think it might just be a Galil. We're back into it, though. Big Omen Academy. A lot resting on this round. Already, though, this isn't a bad half, Roy. This is a pretty solid one. Guaranteed 9-6. 8-7 would be phenomenal for them when they head in towards that CT side.
Oh, come on. Process is a good man. Don't stab him in the back like that.
Oh, no. Sui. It's just one bad event leading to another. First is the knife in the back of Process, and Sui just catches Panics jumping off the marshmallow. Not looking good for Big Omen Academy, as there goes the bomb. Nicely done from Shane in the back of the site. Look at him. He's just dancing around them. And there it is, 9-6. No, not just yet. Crimbo, though, goes down in the Molotov. So Izako Boars take the first half, 9-6. A confident last round there. And Big Omen Academy still, all things considered, not too bad of a half.
Yeah, look at the round spread. That's the most unusual round spread I've ever seen. But shout out to Sully. What a half. 21-9. I mean, this man is popping off right now. So many of the rounds, so many of the scenarios won by Izako Boars were off his efforts and off his opening kills. And he's just doing it consistently. Now it's back to the pistols. An important round here, I think it goes without being said, for Big Omen, as they're looking for the potential tie, as well as the early momentum here on the CT side. And this map is still pretty CT-sided. But it is going to be the aggression towards ramp early on by Izako Boars. I think they've spotted falling back. Process and Crimbo are there to meet them. One each kill. And Crimbo with another one. Just pure domination by him. He does get eliminated by Tao eventually, but it's damage is done. The advantage is there. 4 versus 2.
Still winnable, though, for Izako Boars. Have got the skill, and Sully's still alive, so he could do some damage. He already won a kill to his name. The second. Don't tell me he's going to be the one to pull them out of the hole. Panic is creeping around, though. Bomb drop. Sully now in a 1 versus 2. If there's a man for the job, it has to be him. He's the man on the mission, but Hades already tapping away. He's been in this position before, and he won't let it go. 9-7, Big Omen Academy. There's the momentum that they needed. The round to ignite the fire beneath them. And 9-7, perhaps an 8th round, almost guaranteed for them, as Izako Boars, they don't get a bomb plant there, so they will have to full save in this one.
Yeah, really good communication there from Panix too. He assassinates that player in the 2v2. No hesitation. Not even a quarter of a second, Sully. He instantly falls back, regroups with his teammate, and as soon as he's there, they just wide swing together. Literally no hesitation between any of those steps. That is amazing flow. Great decision-making speed right there. And now it's Izako Boars defending themselves with just Glocks, a Deagle for Sully, the hard hitter for the Polish side. Also, a fun fact that Polish side's also really young. I think they're 21.2 average, so just slightly older than the Big Omen side. So this is kind of a mixed bag of a lot of upcoming potential future generations of Counter-Strike players we're seeing right now. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of these names in the next major.
What?
Sully. I expect to see Sully. I'm telling you that. Oh, that was... Man, that's just a slight display of what he's been able to do so far in this matchup. Nice little deek shot. Avis picks up where he left off, takes the deagle for himself, and now with 3-on-3, this matchup is getting a little bit curious. These long-range duels are not favoring Big Omen Academy, but it does favor that AUG and the MP9 out for Hades. Time to chime in and time to get something done. Shane is still looking for that deagle. He'll pick it up, go down to that lower bomb, but already Big Omen Academy, they're on it. They're already rotating on down, and there should be no chance for a bomb plant. If they salvage something, Izako Boars, this round in their eyes would be a win. They were hoping to get a bomb plant. They were hoping to take a couple of weapons out of their opponent's hands, and they could do exactly just that and get a successful bomb down. Oh, the bomb does go down. They've gotten what they needed. Yes, he does go down there, Shane, and now Omen will take down Exis, but still, that bomb plant is huge for Izako Boars. I mean, their money is going to be booming in the next round.
Yeah, did they ever get the AUG that fell in the steps of CT spawn? Is that what anyone's going for right now?
I think that's what he's going for. I'll hop in free cam.
Yeah,
it's
an FAMAS.
I don't even see the AUG.
Okay.
Oh, it's a FAMAS. Okay.
I mean, better than an MP9, but all things considered, that was a great round for the Polish side. They got 2 kills from that. They got a bomb plant from that. They're coming in with definitely a full buy, and light armor is definitely within the cards here if they want it. So far, it's just AKs being forced up. Nexus, yeah, it's going to be all AKs. Still no scopes here for Big Omen, except the AUG in the hands of Panix, of course. And so it is going to be a full rifle round. And no scoped weapons, no ops, no scouts. And the only downgraded weapons are the FAMAS for Anwin and the MP9 for Process, which aren't even that big of disadvantages, really. The MP9 is extremely viable on Nuke in many, many positions, in many scenarios. And the approach here for Big Omen is to leave Panix in left side big garage. Have him hold down the mini split. They don't have to worry about that. If there is any sort of player going down secret, that will be Hades to deal with that. He's already in the underground. He's already down below, holding that one down. They expect Panix to be here, posted, waiting for them to strike.
I think Avis has an idea. He's been watching that angle quite a bit. Yeah, he's always just checking it over his shoulder. Big Omen Academy. very eerily quiet for them, I'd have to say. Hades is down in the tunnels. He's hoping that he can catch a couple of players. And yes, 3 players are now descending on his position. Very well-timed Molotov. That's going to hold them back for a little bit longer. This Big Omen Academy prepare themselves for the worst.
Wait.
What is happening now? Where are they going? They're going back up?
Yeah, they're going back.
Oh,
I think
panic.
that Molotov sold him. He's going to get one. The one and done is not bad. With 40 seconds left, they now know that the majority of the Polish players are towards this outer courtyard. He's going to hold. He has his teammate Crimbo that's beginning to flank. And there's another teammate on top of the hut. It's going to be Kroos is getting one and when from above, not on top of the hut, excuse me, all the way in the Raptors. He gets 1, 2, and a third. And now the flank is coming in from Crimbo. And the information has played out beautifully for Big Omen. And what a round. The Molotov and down below unfolds that entire chain of events, Sully. It sells them on the presence that Big Omen is stacked down below. It sells them on that. And Izako Boars, they take the bait, they fall back, and they get played like a fiddle. And it's 9-9 now. Things are tied up. This is what we were talking about, right? Pistol round, a gun round away from the tie. And now you're actually contesting for the lead here. You have rifles, you have a couple AK-47s. Process is holding it down as well. And it should be the lead here for Big, as well as a potential money stabilization if they can keep most of these players. Or ideally, 5 would have been better.
I'll give him the ace. Process, take out the sidearm. Go push him. Run into him. Get a little bit reckless with it. And there it is. Crimbo's the only one to fall, but he was sitting comfortably at $2,000. Big on Academy. You're right. It is the money stabilizer. The pause comes in. And here's a little bit of food for your brain. If Anhuin didn't go for that from Oz in the second round, he wouldn't have had that 3K. He would have had that MP9. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. So thankfully he went for it.
Gotta have those rifles, man.
Now it's a tack pause for Izako Boars, and I feel like this is a really well timed. If you're the T's, if you're the Izako Boys, Roy, what are you talking about? I mean, Big Omen Academy, they're playing flawless from what I can see on this CT side at the moment.
I think if you're Izako Boars, you need to start taking the same kind of risk you were taking on CT side. I know that sounds almost counterintuitive, but the big mistake that people make against Big Omen is trying to play the whole structured game. Like, you got to have at least one person taking risks for you somewhere, right? Like, if you're going to go outside, you need to have that one person either fighting Big Garage off a flashbang or fighting towards CT spawn off the flashbang. You can't just be grouping up walking places. That's typically where Big Omen find most of their success. I think the brawls is what was working for Izako Boars extremely well, and they should try to find a way to set up their players, especially Sui, to take those fights early on. And right now they're talking about, okay, we have an op, something that we've not had so far. We have what we're comfortable with, the 4 AKs, the op. Where's X is gonna go? I think that's gonna be the big question mark here. But Panic says he's taking it out himself. He knows what's coming.
And that first half, Big Omen Academy, when Panics pulled out that op on that T side, that was kind of the turning point. I mean, obviously they had that 4-1 lead, but then it turned around on its head, and as soon as they pulled the op out, looked sunny side up for them. There's the risky play you mentioned.
Yeah,
Maybe
Sui's
they
already
did
down
talk
below.
about that. Sui, he's already down below. He's trying to investigate, trying to open things up, and I don't even think anybody is knowing of his whereabouts right now. Shane could get a timely spray. I always hate these kind of cameras. Is that when as soon as he switches over to the auto director, he could just spray him down. But Sui, there's the risky play that they need. 2 kills off the bat. He's opened up the lower bomb site all on his own. Give this man a medal because he's the hero for Izako Boars. He's even got a third. Big Omen Academy decimated by 1 man. Sui's done everything for Izako Boars. It's just a matter of can they close it out here. Teo is coming around the backlines as well. We'll have a player in his sight, but instead, he's the one to fall. 8 HP for Unwin, however, and Izako Boars still with Sui down below. He's got 3 kills to his name, and he's looking for. He wants more kills here, but where are they going? There's a player up above to check it, though, Hades.
Oh, the timing, dude.
Oh, that could have been everything, but now they've got the bomb set, and surely this is an equalizer. The risky play has paid its dividends, and Sui does it almost all on his own there.
First of all, someone please give this man a medal. I mean, Sui's a god. Literally. Like, that was insane. Just single-handedly dismantling the defense. Goes for the 3rd kill, too. Like, the awareness to even find that kill is madness to me. But Izako Boars, they've figured it out just like we have, Sully. Set him up. Get him to take those fights. Get him to get control faster than Big Omen Academy is expecting. That they're caught off. They're not completely ready. Now, Big Omen, luckily for them, they still have some money seeped over. It's not going to be a problem. Anwin can drop a gun over to Crimbo. No problems there. If they want the op, Process could drop one. Otherwise, they can 5 rifle up with full utility. No problems, no issues. They'll have kits. They'll have full utility. Everything they need to defend this round. 10-10, neck to neck. We continue the fight here for the economy, for the attrition. Now let's see if there's any sort of switch up here for Big. So last time they sent Panics with the up close and personal on the door. This time they're sending Crimbo outside to take that 1v1 against Sui. But he's spotted no one. They know this is likely going to be ramped. Hades is now realizing this, and it should do a good amount of damage. Not bad. Around 50.
I love this from the Boars. They're not going to head down there. They know that's almost instant and certain death. They have the chance to do a panic. They're very successful in that. Sui's the one to get the kill. Nice nade from Anwin. Doesn't do a lot of damage. And another nade. It's been thrown right back at 2. Call of Duty, click R1 and throw the nade right on back. Process has his back turned. They're looking for something as Izako Boars. They had that ramp control. They've given it up and decided, hey, let's go outside. Let's wrap towards the heaven or towards the hell. In Big Omen Academy, they've given up that control. It feels like they're the ones that are doing the attacking. And Izako Boars, I mean, in the position that they're set up, something to open up to them. Hades, nice little peek from the stairwell. Backs down it. Keeps himself alive, albeit on 18 points of HP. Izako Boars now down a man. Still, they're waiting. They know Big Omen Academy are going to aggress it. They know there's going to be another chance like that where Hades went up to peek. They're hoping another player does that, and this time they'll be ready. Sui, though, getting up in the heavens. He's looking for this kill. He knows that there has to be a player here, and he's ready for it. If he can get this kill, this could ignite the A execution. There it is. But on 18 or 10 points of HP now in a 3-on-2, it's not looking optimal with the M4 A1S from Process. The bomb is yet to make its way on over with a nice little drop now. Avis down to 43. The Molotov might deny everything. Sui up above. 3 kills. Can he get it done? Once more, a 1-on-2. There's a player right in front of him, and he doesn't even know it. The lineup could be everything. Sui almost nearly gets it done. He was on 18 HP as well, but Big Omen Academy so nearly almost lose that round.
Could you imagine if one straight bullet had landed on that player behind, dude? One bullet. That's all it would have taken to eliminate Hades. Sui, the god, continues to deliver. 140 ADR now, going on the 22nd round. That is insanity. And I don't think he's slowing down. He wants more. Look at him. Bloodthirsty. Hungry for kills. Send me in, he's probably yelling to the IGO. He's going to creep on out this time through the smokes. Gets through unscathed. This sets him up to take risks without having to worry about lack of HP. Panix is holding it down towards ramp. He will eliminate Shane. X is looking for the return frag on the A site. I think he just heard somebody drop out of heaven, so I'll likely shift his crosshair soon.
Still though, Sui. He's still holding towards the stair. They're expecting that Sui's probably already down those tunnels, but instead he's just holding back. He could go back towards that A bomb site instead of just pushing down like he did in the past. It's a kind of a predictable play. When you have the smoke site, you're expecting Sui or someone to be down there lurking, but instead he holds, and Avis will get the kill. The player with the MP9 is spraying around. Oh, a blunder. Crimbo doesn't get the kill. Sui does go down. Process gets the player behind. He somehow gets 2 there. Well done to him, and he's created a chance for Big Omen Academy. The bomb goes down. There's an opportunity given, though. This is a very solid hold, though, from Izako Boars at the moment. Smoke goes in. Hades up above. That's a beautiful flashbang. Catches Teo fully blind here, and Exus has the op. As capable as he is, this one seems a little bit out of his pay grade with the missed shot. He hits that. There's a chance. But now I feel like there is no longer. But the flashbang, absolutely picture perfect. The second as well. Forces Panics up close, and now he just needs the no-scope. Exus will get it. The second shot to nail it. 11-11. We're tied up once more. Izako Boars will not go down without a fight for what seems for a lifetime. They continue to battle, and at a round like that, somehow they manage to pull it off.
Wow. You're saying out of his pay grade. He heard you. He heard your criticism, Sully.
He wants the raise. He wants the raise.
Wow. That's so unfortunate, too, because if Panix had any other side armor, even any other primary, that would have been massive. Let's get back to that in a second.
What?
Crimbo,
what?
Off a single flashbang from Panix, has dismantled the offense. A 4K for him. Process to follow through. And Crimbo. Wow.
That's one way to make a response to Axis's clutch.
Dude, what is this game?
I'm confused how he got out there. I'm confused how Grimbo was even put in a position like that. That's beautiful. It's stunning. It's weird. Wow. 12-11, just like that. Big Omen Academy strike right back.
Whew. I haven't seen a game deliver in so long, it feels like, Sully. This is a deliver. This is an individual making insane plays. Pretty good tactics for the semi-pro scene. This time it's going to be a bullet side looking to up the early pressure. Throwing smokes and flashes. Of course, it's all a ruse as they intend to hit towards Ram here. Hades does not want to overextend his position. He's going to fall off. If Fenix can pluck one out, there it is. That's one. Hades with another. I think that pretty much seals the deal unless this unfolds terribly. Sui gets one. As long as Sui's alive, I'm not discounting him at all.
Oh, he even gets his bomb down. He could pick up an M4, but I mean, I think the Deagles are all he really needs. Onwin's coming around the decon door, the single squeaky door. Sui's right there. Does he pop the door and open? Sui, he gets his kill. There's a chance he does. Sui now has an AK in his hands, and I'm scared for the likes of Big Omen Academy, but thankfully Process has been able to deal with him. Still, though, 1 versus 2. Don't count Shane out of it just yet. He's going to line up with the crossfire. The double peek is too much for him. 13-11. Still, though, a very messy round. And look at the economy of Big Omen Academy. They hardly have anything to play with now. Big round for Izako Boars to get that damage and even furthermore get a bomb plant down. Both of these teams are on the edge in terms of their financial situation.
The never-ending struggle here. For the attrition, for the money, for the moolah, for the bag. Sully, 34-17 for Sui right now. Insane. Keeps it up. He's keeping the pressure. Still at 136 ADR. I mean, what more can this man do at this point? He's averaging almost a kill and a half a round. It's going to be a straight aggression towards the A side. Leading the charge. First man out. And they've gone to double entries. And was only good for one. I think with those 2 kills in the bomb site, this should be an instant safe call here for Big as their economy is still struggling. Maybe they let Crimbo see what he can do in heaven right here. But overall, this is not favorable.
Ooh, smoke? I've never seen that thrown.
Oh, yeah,
it's
this
just
is
my open
insane.
mind.
It creates a one-way for the players above, and it denies any Molotovs landing on heaven.
Oh, that's pretty nice little flashbang. Crimbo's giving himself a chance here. There's a kill. We said it looked impossible, but somehow they're pulling it out of their back pockets. But Sui, he's the X factor for Izako Boars. Hades in a one-on-one Exus. He only has the op to work with. There's a kit for Hades as well. He's baited out. Perfectly played by Hades, and there's just enough time for him to get the deep. He's 14-11. Big Omen Academy. 2 rounds away from taking this map in what I would consider unexpected fashion here, Roy.
Wow. First of all, I just want to say I love that retake smoke. I saw it in the beginning of the season. I think it was Crazy. He was the first team to show me it. That bucket smoke on heaven is literal insanity, man. It's actually so good. It blows my mind every time I see that. Not many teams I still see aren't using that or abusing that smoke. It's crazy smoke. It gives a one-way. It denies trades from heaven position as well as the second vent position. It allows players to create one-ways to fight Hut. It's just so strong. And Big Omen, even in an unfavorable scenario, they still manage to clutch out. But it's 14-11. Economy is still strong here for Izako Boars. 1 round win away will still double eco the Big Omen side so they can bring this back. A 2 freebie trade for Big Omen. They'll take that any day. 50 HP for 2 lives. Sui is still alive here for Izako Boars. But they need to make some sort of mid-round adjustment. Axis is looking for the battle onto Panics. Not quite sure where to find the engagement, but he knows he needs an equalizer.
Oh, Panics. Doesn't panic at all, but Access, nice trade. But still a 4-on-2. He's up above in the heavens. What can he do? His position beknownst to everybody. Meaty nade goes in. Only takes about 13 points of HP off. Exactly 13 HP. Academy. Oh, Teo. He's capitalized on Process's eagerness to pop open that door to get information. But unfortunately, Onwin able to take down Axis in the heavens. He hits that shot, they win the round, but unfortunately they can't get anything. 15-11. Big Omen Academy stabilized economically, and Izako Boars They're running on fumes at the moment. Is it going to be enough to get them to the next gas station? They hardly have any money to play with, and perhaps Sui won't have the dreamt of 40 bomb in this one.
Who was on site? Was it Crimbo?
It's Crimbo and Prosis. Prosis was in the back site with is anyone else, or maybe it was Onwin.
Whoever was on the silo has the awareness of a god, because he turned away from that flashbang. And if he had gotten caught by that, that might have been a round for Izako Boars. But the fact that he dodged that flash is insane. Still 5v5 as Izako Boars has begun their pressing on the outside control. Crimbo takes a quick peek with the AK-47 to James Davis. But Tao is able to respond back. Phoenix is angling himself a little awkward. The unit still shot for shot, but Crimbo returns the advantage now. But Exodus is wounded, down to 12 HP. Chain is still healthy, but it is an advantageous scenario here for Big Omen as they look to close this game out, Sully. Finally put it to rest.
And look who's out of the equation, Sui. If he was in it, I would say that they've won it already, but Izako Boars without Sui at their side, how does it pan out for them? I mean, obviously, Exodus down on 12 HP. Panix is already watching towards the hell, and it looks like that's where they're going to funnel into. The bomb as well to approach first. This is awful, but Panix, he misses the shot, a shot that could have won them around entirely, but Crimbo will not miss his shot, not miss his golden opportunity, as they now know Shane's over towards there, and Panix with everything to do here against all odds. It's a magic trick. Panix is like, where'd he go? Shane's up the ladder, out on that A-bomb, so he can get the bomb plant. He's in a winnable position now. Flashbang goes out. He gets this first kill. There's a chance given to him. It's a player, but he's not going to spot him. Hades takes him down. A magic trick, but not the way it should have ended. 16-11. Big Omen Academy take it in dominant fashion on this CT side.
I think the crazy thing about this matchup too is that Big Omen didn't really have a hard hitter, right? They almost alternated taking heroic plays. We saw some big rounds for Crimbo. We saw some big rounds for Prosis. Anwin showed up as well. I mean, there was players stepping up left and right for the German side, but it seemed like only Sui was stepping up for the Polish side, right? There was support there for him. They did help him set up, yes, but at the end of the day, he was the one taking the game's fate in his own hands. I mean, the man almost dropped to 40, still lost 16-11, but you gotta give him some credit, man. He's a beast.
Yeah, Sui was just that guy that whenever he was alive, it was like he's gonna do something nuts here, and he almost had that ace clutch. He was insane. He was popping off the entire server, but it's so unfortunate that he lost. I mean, he was playing out of this world the entire series.
But we have to say congratulations to Big Omen as they advance to the 2-1 pool, a much more comfortable place to be in if you're the German boys. And unfortunately for Izako Boars, they are moving down to the 1-2 pool, one loss away from a potential elimination, which hopefully we will see that unfold in the next week for the Boars. But for now, our EU action has come to an end. We will be going on to the NA action in about 5 hours from now. So if you're looking to continue some CS action, if you're looking to watch some more entertainment, we will see you in about 5 hours. But before we head out, please do follow our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are on all platforms, here to provide you some content and original content on a daily, weekly basis. And of course, follow this man right here. He's an awesome caster. He's on the come up at Sully Cast on Twitter. Mine is down here below. And of course, our producer observer Melanie behind the scenes. She does an amazing job. Credit to her. But for now, we are out of here, Sully, and we'll see you in about 5 hours for the NA action.